What are you doing
You
here?
really didn't have to come.
What's going on?
Yes, we did.
Well, what do you mean? Ross just said this was a really informal meeting with the judge.
No, he wanted everybody here. Ross wanted everybody here.
Why?
We all got
You
a letter.
too?
Yeah, 2 o'clock, Judge Brenner's chamber.
Judge Brenner was not the presiding judge of my trial.
to us. Did you get a letter too?
I like it about as much as you do, Danny.
Well, so much for an informal meeting.
Boss, believe me, young lady, it's not informal at all. You're all here because a man is dead. And no one is leaving until we got to the bottom of who's responsible for it. All right, everyone, step lively. Take a seat. If you can't find one, I hope you have strong legs.
Your Honor,
That would be me. Counselor, what can I do for you?
with all due respect,
With all due respect, you've just realized how I operate. And you don't like that a bit, do you? You want to register your disapproval. Am I close? Fine. As presiding judge of the Superior Court, I'm here to clean up this mess of a trial that almost sent this woman to death row by mistake.
Your Honor, my client has
And
been through a terrible ordeal.
If you'd let me finish, we might even get through this thing. Counselor, I'm personally sorry for what your client has suffered. But a lot of it was at her own hands, or at the hands of her loved ones. And by your proximity, I figured that's you. Well, you're lucky, young man, that you weren't brought up on charges yourself. Frankly, however, we have a bigger mess here to fix. I have read this transcript twice. And I've never seen one with more lies or equivocations to the point where I've determined it's of little or no use at all.
Your Honor.
Send her in. Put this boat in the water.
Your Honor, with all due respect, my wife has already given a testimony to the police, and I don't see why this woman being here today is going to
What's your name, sir?
I'm Matt Reardon.
Mr. Reardon, you can be sure I read your wife's statement. Now, I understand that she's a beloved and respected woman of the community, but her simply stating that Mr. Warren's death was an accident, well, that's not good enough. Otherwise, all anyone would have to say is, I didn't do it on purpose, and we'd all be out of work. And what we're going to do today is, we are going to cut through the red tape and let the chips fall where they may.
Your Honor, if you want to know exactly what happened the night Ben Warren was killed, you should start with me.
Your Honor, her testimony's already been stricken from the record.
Your Honor, I thought we were throwing the transcript out.
We're getting to the truth, Counselor. Any objections? Miss Santos?
I was confused because of what happened that night, but I've always told the truth, Your Honor. My statement has never changed.
Proceed.
Ben Warren was not a nice man. He hurt my family, he hurt everyone that I loved, and I just simply wanted him out of my mother's life and my life for good. So...
Go ahead.
I set Ben Warren up. I made it look like he was coming on to me. I wanted my mother to find us together so that she would break up with him. But she came in, she had a gun, and she shot him. And, Your Honor, I have to live with that every day of my life. And I know that I'm partly to blame for Ben Warren's death.
Young lady, you are to blame in many ways, but none of them illegal as far as I can see. Ben Warren is dead because of what happened after you set these events into motion.
Your Honor,
Yes, Miss Santos?
I just want to say one more thing. Ben Warren was shot twice that night by 2 different people. But only one person wanted Ben dead. And that person is my mother, Carmen Santos. No, Your Honor, that is not what I'm saying at all.
Oh, this is wonderful. You know, maybe I didn't make myself clear. I'm not interested in opinions, just the facts. Now, if you didn't see it or you didn't do it, I don't want to hear about it. Am I understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
Right. Let's go for some facts, shall we? Now, wasn't it your encounter with Miss Reardon earlier that evening that propelled her to track down Mr. Warren at his apartment?
Yes, Your Honor, but she was just trying to protect...
That's just your opinion. The truth is, you don't know why Miss Reardon went to that apartment. You know, your contention that your mother was the only one who went to that apartment with the intent to kill is just an opinion.
Your Honor, my wife did not commit this crime.
Sit down, sir. You'll get your chance.
Your Honor, shifting the focus to Vanessa Reardon is going to take us further and further from the truth.
Your Honor, I want to make a confession. You want the truth? Start with me.
By all means, Miss Santos.
What my daughter is saying is true. I did go to Ben's apartment that night. I was led to believe that things were going on. I was worried that my daughter and Ben were getting close. I walked in. I saw them alone together. My daughter half naked. And so I shot him. Yes, I shot Ben Warren.
How nice of you to finally come forward with this admission.
But as the DA will remind you, Your Honor, it was not the shot that killed Ben Warren. What no one knows is this. I returned later to Ben's apartment. Yes, I went there because I was worried. I was hoping and praying that he was still alive. And when I walked in the room, that's when I saw Vanessa Reardon. I saw her shoot Ben Warren in cold blood.
Your Honor! Your Honor,
There, I saw her, Your Honor. I saw her murder Ben Warren.
Your Honor, this
What she said is lying. Stating the facts, Your Honor.
Everybody pipe down, please. Are you telling me that you're a material witness to a capital offense, and you're just now coming forward?
What choice did I have? If I had confessed to this earlier, said, yes, I did shoot Ben Warren, but the real killer is lying in a coma in the hospital, the DA would have had a field day with this, saying that I'm abusing a helpless woman to be my alibi. But now that Miss Reardon has recovered, I feel no need to hide the truth anymore. She killed Ben Warren. Your Honor?
Yes, Miss Reardon. I think it's time we heard from you.
The only people who know what happened in that room that night are myself and Ben Warren. We were the only two people there. Now, part of what you've said is true. After Pilar came to see me in the hospital, I was extremely upset. And when I went to Ben Warren's apartment, I was very angry. I don't know if someone were to ask me whether I had murder in my heart when I went over there. I didn't like the man. He had hurt my son a great deal. He had had him arrested. He had ruined his career. And Mr. Warren had harmed a great many other people as well. So yes, I guess I did want to hurt him when I went over there. But after I arrived, and I opened the door and I saw that he'd been shot. All that I was thinking was that I wanted to get him some help.
But you did pick up that gun.
Yes, I did. But that was before I had even seen Ben Warren. You see, Ben was lying on the floor, but he was out of my line of sight. And I had just picked up the gun because I was... And then all of a sudden, Mr. Warren loomed up and he grabbed me, and he was desperate, and he was yelling at me, and he was asking me to get some help, and that's when we started struggling. I mean, he was holding on to me, and the gun went off. And that was the shot that killed him. But it was an accident.
You realize that the DA doesn't buy your story. She thinks it's too convenient. And I must admit, I must agree with her.